In 1944, the British Secret Intelligence Service tried developing a chemical that would affect the blood of a human being. This chemical was derived with mixtures of nomofugin and communism, as well as myperiformidine. The chemical would modify the blood's chemical properties and structure, so that if shot or cut, the blood would have the ability to freeze or solidify where the person was shot. This would stop the bleeding, and can make a person far stronger than the average human being. However, a chemical like this would be incredibly expensive, and only offered to the most valuable of people, such as MI5 units and important politicians. The 3 subjects were males, 22, 23, and 29. The subjects were sworn to secrecy. The chemical was successfully administered to all 3 subjects. Within the first hour, all 3 of them started screaming in agony. Surprisingly, this stopped by hour 3. Subjects 1 and 3 requested a copy of a King James Bible after hour 6, but it was denied. The fellow researchers decided this meant they believed they would die. Subjects 1 and 3 were granted a copy of a King James Bible after hour 25. Painkillers were administered to all 3 subjects. After hour 72, the subjects were taken to the test rooms. The 3 seemed delighted to leave the room. After sedation, each subject had his arm cut open with a scalpel and his right arm shot by a .45 automatic. When the scalpel penetrated subject 1's skin, it reacted with a dark, amorphous, solid substance, filling the cut almost as fast as the skin was opened up. It sealed so fast that the scalpel was stuck in his arm. The injury caused by the .45 automatic bullet was sealed by the dark, amorphous blood within 3 seconds. The results were the same for subjects 2 and 3. After 84 hours, all 3 of the subjects started to act unusual. Instead of using the entertainment around them, they sat in their beds and groaned as if they were sad or ashamed. Subjects failed to make eye contact. After 110 hours, subject 1 passed out. Blood tests could not be run because the blood was solid and amorphous. The only thing that was determined was the pH of the blood, which was at 5, far more acidic than usual. A researcher was sent in after 127 hours to take blood tests on the 3 subjects. The subjects have become increasingly silent. All 3 subjects have shown signs of aggression. The doctor found the pH values to be 4.3, 4.6, and 4.4 for subjects 1, 2, and 3 respectively. pH values were decreasing. A blood test was taken at 140 hours. The pH values haven't changed. The experiment will continue as planned. At 144 hours, the subjects were escorted to the test room. The 3 subjects looked far different from the beginning. The skin had turned to a shade of gray and looked noticeably thicker. Their eye colors had changed to a pure black, and they were bloodshot. The experiment will continue as planned, but the chemical must be remodeled before repeating the experiment. Before opening fire on subjects 1, 2, and 3, they showed inhuman strength. They immediately pounced on their attackers and used their teeth as the most effective weapon. 6 armed men lost consciousness. 1 arm was devoured by the subjects. When MI5 agents entered to neutralize the room, the subjects were reported missing. The chemical must have had a negative effect on the medulla oblongata, causing aggression. The chemical also affected the salivatory glands. Superhuman movements were caused by the enhanced blood cells within the muscles. The subject's lust for human flesh is unknown. Locations of subjects 1, 2, and 3 are currently unknown. Research for this project will be discontinued. Evidence, including this laboratory report, will be classified as SIS top secret.